Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Specs. My name is Stephanie and today we are going to work on our real number line practice set. So let's get started. So in the first example, we're asked to graph the following integers on the number line. So for A, we have -5, -1, and 4. So starting with -5, that is negative, so it will be to the left of 0, 5 spaces over, so it'll be right here. -1 is also negative, so it will also be to the left side, and here it is. And 4 is positive, so it will be to the right of 0, 4 spaces down, and here it is. Okay? B asks us to graph -3, 0, and 2. Starting with -3 is negative, so it's to the left of 0, and here it is. 0 is neither positive nor negative, and it's in the middle of our number line, so here it is. And 2 is positive, so it will be to the right of 0. Okay? For C, we have +8, -2, and -4. So 8 is positive, and it will be 8 spaces down to the right of 0. So here it is. -2 is negative, so it will be 2 spaces to the left of 0. And -4 is negative, so it will be 4 spaces to the left of 0. Okay? So go ahead and jot that down, and we can go on to the next example. Again, here we're asked to graph. For A, we have -7, -4, and -3. So all of these three numbers are negative, so they will all be on the left side of 0. So starting with -7 will be over here, 7 spaces down. -4 will be right here, and -3 will be right next to it. Okay? Going on to B, we have 5, 2, and 0. So starting with 5, it is positive, so it will be to the right of 0. 2 is also positive, so it will be to the right of 0 as well. And 0 is neither positive nor negative. It's right here in the middle. And there it is. Going on to C, we have -6, 1, and 5. So -6 is negative, so it will be 6 spaces to the left of 0. 1 is positive, so it will be to the right of 0 by 1. 5 is positive as well, so it will be to the right of 0 as well. And here it is. Okay. I hope all of this is making sense. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them and I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, we're going to go on to the next slide. And this is an exercise that you can try at home. It looks exactly like the ones that we have done. Remember that the left side of 0 is for negative numbers and the right hand side of 0 is for positive numbers. Okay, I know that you can do it. And remember that yes, you can. And if you have any questions, you can always refer back to this video or to the previous lecture. So are you confused? I hope that you're not, because right now we are going to graph and compare some of these numbers. So we're going to graph -1 and -6 and then compare them. Which one is bigger, which one is smaller? So let's go ahead and graph first. So you have -1 and -6, so that will be to the left of 0. Here's -1, and here is -6. Okay, so that was our first part. This was part A, was to graph. So we graphed them already. And now we're going to compare them. So I'm going to compare -6 to -1. So remember how we did this. We use our rule that if a number is to the left, it's less than, and if a number is to the right, it's greater than. So I'm going to compare -6 to -1. So I go to -1 and I look to my other number. So -6 is my other number. So I'm right here at -1. And where is -6 in comparison to -1? Is it to the left or is it to the right of this number? Remember, you are here. This is where you are. You are here. So if you had to turn to look at -6, which way would you turn to look? You would turn to look to the left. so it is this way, right? So because it's to the left, -6 is going to be less than -1. Okay? And of course, you could also do this another way if you wanted to compare -1 to -6. So if we wanted to compare -1 to -6, we could either flip this inequality or we could use our rule. So you are here now. So now we're standing here and we're going to look towards -1. So which way would you turn? You would turn to the right. So because -1 is to the right of -6, this is going to be greater than. Okay? And you can do it either one of these two ways. It's fine. Okay? So go ahead and jot all this down so that you can continue to the next problem. And here we're asked to graph 9 and -12. So 9 is positive, so I'm going to go 9 spaces to the right of 0, and here we are. And -12 would be further along the number line. So it'd be probably a bit more further out. So it'd probably be out here. So let's actually do that a little bit better. So we're going to draw -12. Okay. And then we're going to do a little tick marks, -10, 11, -12. And remember that our number line goes on and on and on in both directions. So -12 will be right here. So we want to compare. So this was our graph. We put our dots here at 9 and -12. And now we're going to compare. So I'm going to compare 9 to 12, to -12. So I am going to go here. So I am here. So you are here. And I want to know if I if I look towards 9, would I turn to the left or to the right? If I was, going to look at 9 from this direction, I would look to the right, okay? So this would mean I would look this way. So it would be to the right. So that means that this would be greater than, okay? But you could also do it again. You could do it another way. And that's the good thing and the cool thing about math is that you can do it many different ways. So now I want to compare -12 to 9. So I am here, so you are here. And you want to look towards -12. So which way is -12? Which direction would you look? You're going to the left. You can also think of it as hopping. So if you wanted to get to -12, you would have to hop on this number line and jump around all the way until you get to -12, and you would be moving in the left direction. So you would be going like this. You would be moving and jumping. That could be another way to think about it. If you're more of a visual person like myself, this is definitely a lot easier. That you're moving towards the left, so you'd be moving this way. So then because it's to the left, this is going to be less than. So remember, right is greater than, and if you're going to the left, it's less than. Okay. Hopefully this is making sense. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to get to them. So let's go on and go to the next problem. We have 8 and -8. So we're going to graph them first. I'm going to graph +8 first, and it'll be to the right of 0. -8 will be to the left of 0, and here it is. So this was our first part. We graphed it, and now we're going to compare. So I'm going to compare -8 to 8. So I'm going to go here. Remember, you are here. And now I want to know if I wanted to get to -8, in what direction would I move? Or look, whichever one is easier for you. So if I wanted to do my kind of hopping method, I would jump on this. And in which direction am I moving right now? Am I going to the left or am I going to the right? I would be going to, I'm moving in the left direction, right? Or if I were to stand here and look towards -8, I would be looking in the left direction. So then this would be less than. Okay? But you could also do it another way, where we would compare 8, +8, to -8. So then I would be here, I would be standing right here, you are here. And if I wanted to get to 8, if this was my destination right here, this is where I wanted to get to, I would have to jump in this direction, going towards the right. So I'm moving towards this direction, you see? I'm jumping towards, and what is this direction? This direction is the right. Okay, so I'm going like this, and I'm going to be jumping in this direction. So it would be to the right. So then this would be greater than. Okay? Hopefully this other method can help you understand this, and you're welcome to use both. You're welcome to compare whichever one. Your teachers can present this problem to you in different ways, and I think getting comfortable with both ways to compare the numbers is a good way to understand and to be comfortable with the number line and which direction you can move left and right, okay? So go ahead and jot all this down so we can move on to the next problem. And here we're asked to compare -7 and -5. So I'm going to graph them. So it'll be -7 is right here because it's negative. It'll be to the left, and -5 is right here as well. It's negative. So now I'm going to compare. So I'm going to compare -5 to -7. And so then I'll be here. This is where I am. You are here. Now, if I wanted to get to -5, I would have to hop into the right like that. So that means because it's to the right, then this would actually be greater than. Okay, and a good at-home exercise would be for you to compare -7 to -5, and the answer will be in the description box. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. And this also too would be a good example for you to do at home, for you to get some practice. Remember that a good chunk of learning is to build self-confidence and for you to really attempt it on your own so you can build that math toolbox and that math experience where you have a lot of examples in this video and a lot of examples in the lecture. You can always refer to that. If you have a question, I would be happy to answer it, and best of luck. I know that you can. Remember, yes, you can. And let me know how it works out for you, okay? Alrighty, do you have any questions or concerns? I thank you so very much for your time and attention today. Next time we will discuss absolute values, and I hope that you can join me for that. But for today, that is all, and best of luck, and we'll see each other next time.